What is up, guys? Dirty Boot Sports, and we are back with another episode of The Regulars. Today we got me, we got Hunter, and Chance is joining us for this episode as well. We're going to get it kicked off with a little recap of some movies that me and Hunter have watched in theaters and outside of theaters over the past month or so. He's out. The Braves are screwing up everything. Don't know why we do that crap. That messed up my train of thought. We're going to do a recap of movies we've watched over the past month or so. Then we're going to do a little draft of movies that make us cry. That's something that I know me and Hunter get into a lot, and that Chance has kind of came around to the genre a little bit over the past 2 years or so, probably.
I love a good movie that'll bring out. Oh my God, what a throw!
This is not a baseball pod.
I know. I love a movie that brings out the emotions.
Why did we run?
I don't know, because we're stupid. We don't trust Austin Riley to get a base knock.
Why should we?
I don't know. But I like dramatic movies that bring out all the emotions in you, and I love a good movie that just sets up a ton of emotion and absolutely knocks it out the park. And some of mine really do that, so I can't wait to discuss them.
After that, we're also going to give 3 suggestions of some stuff to watch this upcoming week, or anytime you can, really. Let's get it started with some movies that we've watched recently. Do you want to go from as far back or most recent?
Let's do most recent.
All right. So
I'll start us off with Barbarian.
Yeah.
Most recent movie.
And by the way, people, I'm not going to talk about anything besides one of these movies we're about to talk about.
Pretty much.
Because I have not been in the theater in a long time.
Yeah. So Barbarian came out. It was advertised to be just a thriller break-in movie kind of thing. But once you watch it, you soon realize that that's not what it's all about. And one of the biggest standouts was the camera work, I think. I think that's what.
Absolutely.
That was one of the biggest things we talked about. It's utilized to, I'd probably say, perfection.
Yeah.
It's
by far my favorite part of the movie.
Makes these scenes so tense. And, a lot of jaw-dropping moments.
And
excellent.
It makes them tense, but it also just makes them look good.
Yeah, it looks good.
Especially with the little flashback scene that who the crap was that actor?
I don't know.
I don't even know who he is, but he just played a
worked.
character that popped up out of nowhere, honestly.
Yeah. Silent character, but you could feel his...
Oh, yeah. You could feel that there was something about this man just because of the way that the camera was looking at him.
Yeah, it just kind of watches him from a distance.
Yeah, you're watching him from behind, yet this man has something up with him, and he's messed up in the head. He does bad things, all that. You can just feel from the way the camera's set up and the way that the music's played out, and I absolutely loved that.
Yeah, so a lot of jaw-dropping moments, good performances. Scariest movie of the year for me. Clay said it wasn't that scary.
No, it wasn't that scary. It was more, I guess you could say disturbing.
Yeah, disturbing, yeah.
Where, which I was never really disturbed myself, but it just has a lot of stuff where I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing?
Never seen that before. But
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, so I gave it a 9. Yeah,
Yeah, you gave it a 90.
90. Clay gave it an
84.
Yeah.
I think you mentioned it, Malignant last year.
Yeah.
Similar to that in the way that they just do
unhinges itself.
and they do groundbreaking stuff that you haven't really seen recently, at least. But I think this did it way better.
Yeah, the movie was just structurally better than Malignant. But
I gave it a 50.
I liked it a good bit, but it's just horror. So
yeah. So what's up next?
I guess we could say Mysterious Circumstance: The Death of Meriwether Lewis. It's filmed somewhere around here, I believe.
I don't even think it is, honestly.
Well, it had a premiere in Baton Rouge and then up here, I guess. But
I just think because the guy was based in the South.
Yeah, maybe, but
I don't know.
But that
don't watch that.
0 out of 100 for me.
I'll never give a movie a 0.
Worst movie I've ever fully sat through. I didn't enjoy a single thing about it.
Instagram 50% of the movie.
Yeah, at least I didn't fall asleep.
Yeah, I didn't either. I sat there. It was I gave it an 18 out of 100, lowest I've ever given a movie, I believe. It might, I don't know. Holmes and Watson is right there with it.
That's Will Ferrell though, and John C. Reilly.
And it was an abomination of them too.
Yeah, well, Next up, another fantastic horror movie, Pearl, follow-up to X, also
One of
which
my
came
most
out this year.
anticipated movies this year.
Yeah, and I'd say it lived up to those expectations.
Yeah, we talked about it on our first little episode we did of this, where we were like kind of running through the 2022 releases and everything, and man, it lived up to every bit of the hype I had for it.
Yeah, Mia Goth is slowly forming herself into a horror icon.
She's a scream queen.
Yep, she owns it, and yep, it not as scary as some other movies that came out this year, but just really well done.
The thing about that and X, neither of them are necessarily scary, or like they're not gonna fully frighten you to where when you walk out the theater you're scared to go home and sleep at night.
Yeah, it's not jump scares,
They're
but
not
it's
gonna do that to you.
they're
but
unsettling movies.
They're just extremely well made for a horror movie.
Yeah.
The budget for the Merriweather movie was $500,000.
Wow.
So there's
I would say that's surprising, or that's
Probably
a bad
little too
thing.
much.
But the budget for Pearl was $1 million,
Oh God.
and
they're gonna make a lot of money.
Oh.
so you can't say budget's an excuse for doing
I'll
so
say
poorly.
that Merriweather spent too much. All they did was go to a cabin.
Yeah, it's set in a cabin.
Yeah.
They probably spent $250 of that on the Dukes of Hazzard guy, who was credited first, but he was in the movie for probably 3 minutes.
He's in the movie way more than that.
Oh,
You didn't
he was
watch
in the
the
3
movie.
minutes I watched.
You didn't watch the movie. He was in it like he was the second most important character.
Well, anyways, so
Pearl though, my God, Pearl and X
stellar.
pretty easily top 5 all-time horrors for me, if not top 3. Both of them. It might be The Shining, X, and then Pearl. Very easily might be.
It's not a. Can't disagree that it's not a
And
that could
two
happen.
of them came out this year and were filmed consecutively. That is insane. Shout out to T West. Yeah. And he's making another one. Maxine coming out. Crap, knowing him probably in Christmas.
Yeah,
It's gonna be out sometime.
about
soon,
the same
knowing
time
him.
frame.
Yeah.
Going into the next movie is
Can't wait for that.
Honk for Jesus, which sucked.
Yeah. It was. Out
For
of
a
the
comedy,
movies-
it's
out of the
not
movies
funny.
That we've watched this year that suck. This was probably one of the better ones, just because the way that the movie's made and the style of the movie and everything, like it's not unpleasant to watch. You know what I'm saying?
I did say it was probably the most uninteresting movie I've ever seen, but
Yeah, I don't know about it. I wouldn't say that.
for a
at
comedy,
all.
it just wasn't really funny for me. Didn't really care for the performances.
Well, the thing about it is that they kind of portrayed it to be like almost serious, yet the comedic elements were like
Yeah, it's
I don't
like
know, it's kind of like hidden.
they weren't focusing on the
They
truth,
weren't
the story
necessarily
behind
trying
this.
to make you laugh, but you're supposed to be laughing at like the actions of the characters.
Yeah,
But it wasn't something where like it happens and you're expected to LOL. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it just didn't take itself very seriously. I think of the entire story, it probably focused on the most, like the least interesting part of what they could have done.
Yeah, I thought the whole portrayal of the mega church pastor guy. I thought they did that really well.
Yeah, he
And
was accurate. I
Oh,
believe
yeah.
what he did, but
with just how they just exploit people for money and everything, and don't really necessarily
Joel
care about the
Osteen.
actual. Yeah, it's literally what they portrayed him off of, pretty much.
yeah,
And yeah, how it's more of just a money grab rather than an actual, I guess, Jesus focused guy. You know.
yeah, he's one really.
He
He was
cares
focused
more-
on images, his self-image
yes.
over anything godly.
Yeah, like I know one instance. I don't know what Chance just did. One time, like they're doing the interview because it's set in the mockumentary style where where the actors know that there's the camera there, and at one point he's just sitting there in a chair doing a straight up talking to the camera interview, and then he's like, "Hold up a minute," and he cuts away and goes and gets like this probably $20,000 chain.
Yeah,
And puts it on, and then does the interview.
Yeah, and at one point
And
he's like,
you-
"I'm gonna go get my good suit on."
Yeah, like just stuff like that. Like you can, that's stuff that mega church people want. They just want the money and the fame. They don't necessarily care about the reason.
Yeah, So I gave that a 49, and Clay gave it a 56.
I was about to say, what did I give that?
Yeah, 56.
All right, yeah.
Kind of high, but
No, I don't mind that score at all. I've seen movies this year that I liked pretty less than that.
next up we watched 3,000 Years of Longing.
Ugh.
And that kind of falls along the lines of Merriweather to me, where it was just one setting and it kept replaying events. Like, it's kind of what it was. Merriweather, it just kept going over how he died.
Yeah.
And then 3,000
But-
years, it just went over this guy's life.
I was
And
about
like,
to say, in 3,000 years, they told different stories at least.
yeah,
This
but he
one-
all ended up in the same conclusion. Like, every time he ended up in the bottle, every time Merriweather ended up dead. And it's just how he got up there.
Yeah, but it was more. They were more living out the three different ways that, the three different wishes or whatever that he was fulfilling and stuff like that. While in Merriweather, it was just the same three stories, and it was kind of a whodunit of like, which one is the actual true story. I mean, both are bad movies.
Yeah.
I gave 3 Years of Longing a 29, I believe.
Yeah, I gave it a 23. Not much I would want to talk about with that one.
Idris Elba was in it. I can say he was in it.
Sure.
That's pretty much it.
You laughed once
Did I?
or twice at the beginning.
Probably. Oh yeah.
I didn't laugh.
It wasn't a very good movie.
And then, kind of going a little while back, we have Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Another.
That was gonna be our first. I think that was gonna be our first review. We just didn't get around to doing it. I ended up watching that by myself instead.
Yeah, another really well done horror, or I guess you could call it a horror, kind of
Yeah, it's
thriller.
It kind of blends the genre. It's like a little thriller, a little mystery. Almost has that little whodunit feel into it,
Yeah,
While it also blends it all with comedy.
yeah. I enjoyed it a good bit.
I loved it.
I didn't have a clue who the person was.
Oh yeah.
So I could
me
say that
neither.
it successfully did that one. Good performances.
What's the girl? Borat girl, Maria Balkalova or whatever.
Oh yeah,
She killed it.
most attractive girl in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Who's the Amanda Stenlenberg or whatever?
No clue.
I believe she's the Hate You Give girl. I think she
Oh,
was the
yeah.
second girl. There's another one in there.
Pete Davidson.
Pete Davidson was in it for a little bit. I guess that's a spoiler. Bodies, 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 though, gave it an 80. I was really excited for that movie, and I guess it kind of lived up to my hype.
Yeah, I gave it a 79, so not much difference.
Yeah. So what's up next?
I guess I'd say Mac and Rita I walked out of. First movie I ever walked out of.
Yeah, that movie,
Awful.
Diane Keaton, I think that was one of my first times ever watching a movie with her.
Awful.
I don't want to watch her in a movie again. Okay, thank God we caught that. Sorry about that.
None of the characters are enjoyable in that.
That's incorrect. The blonde girl is,
She
except that she had to be taken. The whole purpose of the movie is for her character to not be there.
Yeah.
When the only enjoyable parts were when her character was there.
Yeah, I mean, I can't call them enjoyable, but she was an enjoyable actor.
Yeah.
But the movie and her in it was not enjoyable.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I didn't despise it just because of the way that the movie is. If you'd cut out the middle hour and 10 minutes of Diane Keaton, keep the surrounding 10 minutes of
Just had her go to sleep and then wake up and the movie ends.
yeah, then that'd probably be about a 50.
Nah, probably not. When
Diane Keaton drops at about 20 points.
when the 70-year-old lady makes out with
The-
like
the
25-year-old guy.
25-year-old dreamboat. Yeah.
and I get up and leave,
Oh yeah.
then that's not it.
So you never even got to see the blonde come back.
No, I didn't care for her when she was there.
I don't know about that.
Uh,
Taylor Russell was in it. No, not Taylor Russell. Taylor Page.
Yeah,
Zola.
yeah. What you gonna be tonight, Zola?
She's going to be tonight, Zola.
Far superior movie.
Oh yeah. What did I give that?
I don't know.
Let me look.
What?
What did you give it?
Mac and Rita.
Yeah.
Left out of 100.
Oh, okay.
I didn't give it a number.
I gave it a 35.
No,
I put it above the two freaking Liam Neeson movies.
no.
So I would watch that a million times before 3,000 years of longing.
I don't know that I could. Oh God.
Did you see she's Braves? Yeah. We just did Mac and Rita. We went back a little bit for that. Get out of here, Chano.
Beast is still in theaters, I guess I can say.
Screw that. Let's talk about Tick, Tick, Boom.
Oh, yeah. Tick, Tick, Boom. The
So, Tick, Tick,
long
Boom.
overdue movie.
My God.
Long
The
overdue.
second that movie came out, I said, we're going to watch this.
Like, tonight. It comes out today, and we're just going to watch it tonight. Didn't watch it. And
Yeah.
what, it came out last year?
Oh, it's
About
came out
almost
November.
almost 2 years? Not 2 years.
I think it came out in November.
Oh, it ain't been that long. It's only been like 10 months
Yeah, yeah.
for a Andrew Garfield movie.
You going to keep talking?
Yeah, so, I mean, I had really high hopes, and we've talked about it probably 13 times every other week, saying we need to watch this movie, and then...
Yeah, but then we kind of went on like a month or two long period where we just like kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, and then I think we were supposed to go watch maybe The Invitation, and then something came up, and I was like, well, let's just watch Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yeah.
Let's stop lying to ourselves.
Because I went on Netflix and I seen that, and I'm like, I want to watch that movie really bad.
Yep, so we came over and we watched it, and lived up to every
My
expectation I had.
My God. Love that movie.
This is the life.
Mhm.
Bo-ho, bo-bo-bo.
Yeah, the movie, though, it's about the guy that made or ends up making the musical Rent, which is one of the more popular musicals, I'd say. What? The movie's got bad ratings.
Yeah, the movie's got horrible ratings.
Now,
but
the show is one of the best of all time
yeah,
on
one of
Broadway.
the Broadway show's supposed to be amazing.
I've watched the first 5 minutes of the movie. Looks absolutely sensational. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna fall in love.
He's gonna absolutely.
I had
love
no
it.
idea who the guy was.
And then it's
I
gonna
just
upset you.
Andrew Garfield in musical.
You're gonna want to be like, oh, I need to watch some more of this guy's stuff. Oh wait, he died.
Well, spoiler. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about the man besides he made Rent.
And Andrew Garfield, he probably should have won the Oscar for that. I mean,
Man,
Will
it's a
Will
tragedy.
Smith owned it,
Will Smith.
but if
was
Andrew
good.
Garfield would have won, no complaints
Will
from
Smith
me.
was good.
Andrew Garfield was amazing.
You ain't seen King Richard.
I haven't seen King Richard, but
Yeah,
Andrew
King-
You
Garfield
ain't
was
seen King
amazing.
Richard.
King Richard was
I
fantastic.
watched King Richard in a Dallas AT&T store without volume, and I could still tell that Will Smith was killing it.
King Richard, I might have had to stand. I think I had to stand up.
Yeah, we
during
were
that movie.
alone in that theater. We stood up.
Yeah, it was about like Ford versus
You're-
Ferrari. That
Yeah.
one I got up and moved seats.
Yeah, we stood up for a tennis match
Yeah,
that we knew the outcome of
I didn't.
practically.
I didn't know.
Yeah, but you knew what was happening. Like you knew. What
Yeah,
was
I
happening
mean,
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
No, my God, Tick Tick Boom,
The
fantastic.
side characters were even pretty good. even
Vanessa
though-
Hudgens in a musical.
Oh my God!
Y'all
Even
gotta
though
say
the
anything
movie was
else?
pretty much based off, well, not based off, but centered around just Garfield's character. The
Yeah.
side characters were still really good,
it's
in my opinion.
you make this play, your life is probably potentially over.
Yeah.
It's,
And it gives, like, there's some twists there to throw in there. Like, the way that that the musical was received, I did not expect that. Like, I kind of expected that to pop off.
Yeah, it to be like
And
his big thing, but people hated it.
Honestly, since I knew the story that he made Rent and everything, and I'm sure others did, I thought that the movie was him making Rent.
Oh, that's what I thought too.
I didn't even know he had another musical.
I didn't know hardly anything besides the
So-
fact that this dude wrote Rent.
So a lot of this time, I'm like, and I haven't seen Rent. The only song I know in
I
it
was
is,
curious why it was called Tick Tick Boom. I thought it was like
Yeah.
he's a bomb about to go off like tick tick, and he's about to blow up and be like huge in the scene.
Yeah,
you know?
okay, yeah,
that's
that
what I
makes
thought it
sense.
was gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be a title that's like monologue, like I don't know what you can call it, musical that he did or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, which is insane. And
But like with Rent, the only song that I know from it is the 526,000
600 minutes.
Yeah, that's in that.
And that's from The Office.
Yeah. But no, I know it from Rent. But I didn't know any other song in it. So this whole time, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, oh, he's making songs from Rent.
That's-
It's called Subnautica or whatever the crap he had the working title as.
What was that called?
I think it's called Subnautica.
Was it?
Something close to that.
I don't know.
But I'm thinking he's doing all this, and then at the end we're gonna get the 500 whatever song. I'm like, that's gonna hit at the end.
Yeah, because
But then this whole
Banger.
time, yeah.
yeah,
But ends up he's working on an entirely different musical that I had no idea
and
about.
that's why it's a good thing never to check the soundtrack for musical movies.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
I never listened to it.
yeah, that's one of the big things I like to do is to like just completely ignore the soundtrack till after the movie.
Absolutely.
That way, it's all a shock.
I will say it's the soundtrack is not one that I like fully listen to like other musicals.
Soundtrack sucks. It has
There's
good
three songs that I will listen to.
Because this might be against what y'all believe, but I hated The Girlfriend.
Oh no!
Hated The
She was
Girlfriend.
great.
Didn't like her one bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I just never felt like she was completely invested into the relationship, which is why they end up breaking up.
I'll always side with Andrew, so
But I was hoping that him and Vanessa were going to get together in
That
the
was
end.
not going to happen.
Well, obviously. That's what I was rooting for.
I thought she was great, and her musical numbers were great as well. She did great when she was singing. But no, Louder Than Words.
Yeah.
I'm a huge musical fan. A lot of people might not really know that, but I am. I'm fairly confident that's one of the top 5 songs I've ever heard in a musical. Like, just the way that it's performed, the message behind it, the emotion they put in with the song, everything about it is amazing. I can't say enough good things about it, honestly.
yeah. Listen to it on the way here.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Go watch the movie.
And the scene, though, the Boho Days song, that is one of my favorite things. And that song gets stuck in my head.
Yeah.
Like, every day it feels like. And I watched the movie 3 weeks ago.
After that scene happened, I turned to Hunter and I'm like, I'm going to love this movie.
Yeah, I just loved
energy.
I loved the energy he gave us. You know what I'm saying? It was such a good energy the Braves were going to lose.
Yeah.
He was like a freaking.
You could feel it through the screen.
It was very charismatic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and it just put a smile on my face. 99% of the time when he was on the screen, I had a smile on my face.
Yep.
And that says a lot about how great of a job he did, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
I gave it a 93.
What did I give it? 91 maybe? Yeah. I think so.
High.
Yeah.
High.
Which
I don't
I'm going to
rate
rate
movies
musicals
anymore.
harder than you. That's going to happen. Just because I like them so much and I watch, I guess, so many.
It's a 2-point difference.
Yeah, but it's hard for me to say that I didn't enjoy it as much as you. Like, whenever you look at that, you're going to think I dislike it more than you.
Now, Andrew's one of my favorite actors of all time, so.
Yeah.
So,
And
it
musicals
is probably
are,
his best role ever.
Oh, it absolutely is. No debate.
Like, hands down.
There's no debate.
Social Network, maybe.
No.
nah, I wouldn't say
Way
it's Social
better.
Network. This, yeah.
It's only one in the conversation.
No Way Home. Spider-Man.
Like, that
He caught somebody.
that role, I mean, I'm going out there again, probably a top 3 musical performance I've ever seen. Him, Anthony Ramos, and In the Heights, and
Gene Wilder.
that's not a musical. I don't even know.
I think its genre is musical.
No.
You wouldn't consider it a musical, what I'll say, though.
What?
Stars Born.
Oh, no.
That's not a
It's
musical.
a music movie. Yeah. All right.
The guy that played Elton John was pretty freaking good.
Taron Egerton, yeah.
The
movie sucked, though.
Pretty freaking good. And the guy that played Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, Rami was great.
I do like how Terrence sang the songs. He killed the
Taron,
songs.
Watching him made me feel like I was looking at Elton
Transformed.
John.
Yeah.
That dude became Elton John without a
Jackson
doubt in my
Stevens.
mind. Love to see this.
All right, let's do this draft. How are we determining the order? Get the cards.
I got the cards.
We're gonna do it's 3 of us here. We're gonna do 7 rounds. Be about 21 picks. I don't really know how this is gonna go.
Yeah.
I don't know what's on their list. I feel pretty good about mine, but all right, throw the cards out.
I ain't shuffled them yet.
But yeah, the draft is going to be movies that make you cry.
I thought we were doing tear jerkers.
Same thing.
Not speaking on that. We're doing the movies that make you cry. Which
We
is
got
different.
into a heated discussion in our group message earlier
think
about what
Clay-
a tear jerker movie is.
And I think Clay proved himself wrong by sending the definition, and it's movies that make
went
you
against
cry.
everything he was saying. So Clay wanted us to do stereotypical movies that make you cry, like The Vow and The Notebook and Titanic, and Hunter wanted to draft No Way Home. So,
A tearjerker.
Not even-
A tearjerker is a genre of movie.
all right, starting
A
from
movie
left
that
to
makes you
right,
cry is any
Right.
movie.
far right.
Yeah.
You get to pick third. Clay,
This left hand.
this one.
Yeah.
First, I'm second.
Dang it.
All right, I'll take. Ooh, let me look.
Oh my god.
Oh, we're not doing that to determine who gets to pick. We're not picking our picks.
Yeah, we're picking our picks.
All right, so do you want to go first, second, or third?
That's what I just said. Let me
I thought-
look.
It sounded like you're about to draft.
Nah, I said let me look. I don't know which pick I want.
So I get to pick twice,
No, you get the last choice of pick.
but then I go again.
You get the last choice of pick. I might take number 3 right here.
Okay.
Give me number 2.
3.
Dang it.
You're going first.
Well,
So you still get to pick twice.
Is anybody
Just
keeping
on
up
the
with
other
this?
route. I will.
You'll keep up, or do you want me to write it? I can't.
Yeah, you write it. So you get the first pick, Hunter.
okay. Give me Pursuit of Happiness.
Wow. Right there. Jesus.
Yeah, give me
Great
Pursuit
pick.
of Happiness.
Great pick.
Never seen it.
What?
I've never seen
I
it.
watched
Seriously?
it 7 times last year.
That movie.
This is a tearjerker.
I told you my list wasn't just. It went by your made up laws. But yeah, Pursuit of Happiness. Will Smith. Did he win the Oscar for that?
I don't think he did.
He didn't win an Oscar till King Richard.
He was definitely nominated though.
Should have been considered if he
I think that was
didn't.
the only other time he was nominated.
I was about to say he had to have been
That
nominated.
and Ali, I think, was other two.
It's him and that's his son in the movie, isn't it?
Jaden.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the story about them struggling in
Oh,
New York,
God.
and they're getting kicked out of the apartments, having to go to the shelters, and then when they have to sleep in the subway,
Uh-huh.
and he goes into the bathroom, and he locks himself in there with his son, and the kid's just asleep, and somebody comes and knocks on. Start crying now.
A kid, they're trying to break into the bathroom. to
Yeah,
get to
and
the
he
kid
he's
starts
just
getting nervous
he's
and
holding the
everything.
kid, and he's like, it's fine.
Spaceship.
And he's like, we're time traveling. Just
Yeah.
close your eyes.
I'm getting chills.
I'm getting
Yeah.
chills. I ain't never seen the
Dude,
freaking
look
thing.
at my arm.
I need to watch that.
Yes, but there's so many moments from that.
The ending of the movie when he gets
He goes into the
in,
office
gets
and
the
he's like-
job.
He says something like, "You need to get a shirt or
Well, he didn't have the shirt.
a dress shirt," and the boss is like,
And he had like stains on his
Yeah.
like paint stains because he'd been painting all day or something.
What was he selling? IV machines or something?
It was something like
something
that.
for
It was some type of,
hospitals. It was like
something medical
X-rays.
that's-
Very niche type of item.
Yeah, like for people at home.
No, it was
It wasn't for
hospitals.
people at
No,
home.
it was selling something to
Something-
hospitals, but it was something that very, very few hospitals would really
Yeah,
buy.
it was like something new, and they were like, some people couldn't afford it, so it was kind of just he was set up for failure basically. But yeah, that's my number 1 pick.
That's a great pick. Braves
great pick.
almost made a triple play. I thought that was a grounder.
double play. It was a grounder. We already had a strikeout. Stupid. That was a good play by Riley, though.
Wow, that was high on my list. I don't have these ordered on my list, so I'm not exactly sure.
I was reading them, and the first one that gave me chills when I thought about it. That.
Oh man, let me look. That's a great pick. It's a great pick. So,
What does he say?
yeah, look that up.
Yeah.
It says something about a spaceship. Are you talking about the ending? Oh no! And then the ending when he's on the street.
I was
and
talking about
this moment, this little moment right here. It's pure happiness.
you got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you can't do it. If you want something, go get it. Period.
Oh, I got a monologue on Letterboxd.
Don't ever
for
let
sure.
somebody tell you can't do something. Not even me. All right.
Where's it at? Hold up. And it's happiness with a Y,
Yeah.
not an I. Where's this at?
This part of my life, this part right here. This part is
the
called
life.
being
no
stupid.
Bo.
This part of my life, this part right here, this is called happiness.
Bohemia.
That's it. And then you can see him walking down the street just clapping.
Just. Yep.
Yeah, I've walked in the living room when Clay was watching that before, and that was the scene I've always seen.
It's part of my life. It's called internship. Yeah, he kind of just chapters his own life.
Yeah, it is. That's the whole. That's how the story's told.
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Makes me like
At the
it even
end,
more.
he walks by the real guy. He gets a little cameo
On the street, yeah.
Oh my God, that's a great pick. That probably would have been my pick here. All right, let me see. I'm gonna go. See, I got to value in what y'all are gonna want. There's two that I'm looking at. Who?
This is the life.
Give me 5 feet apart.
You can have it.
Give me 5 feet apart. Probably one of the most shocking movies for all three of us.
All three of us? We went all three together and saw
It
that.
was us three.
We went as a joke almost.
We
Ate at Wingstop before, I believe.
Yeah, we picked a strange time to see it too because we didn't want people to think like
Midday.
we liked each other.
I
Three dudes going
I
to see
remember
this chick
sitting in
flick.
class at Tech, and I believe you said Ansley's going tonight or something,
We have to beat them there.
and I'm like, well, I want to go, and then we did, and my God,
What a freaking movie that was.
this is my number one tearjerker.
Oh, absolutely.
It's
that
a-
ending, oh my God, kill me.
It's a movie.
Freaking put a bullet through my temple. I'd rather that happen than to watch her hooked up to that machine, watching him walk away into the freaking Christmas lights.
And then at the end,
And the freaking book that he drew for her, man.
And he's just looking through the window.
She's just sitting there freaking crying. She can't do nothing. Because they're
Mhm.
hooking up for this freaking... Clay's crying right now. the freaking transplant for her lungs, man.
the freaking the scenes after and before the movie when they're it's almost like real life type stuff. The way that she's just talking, it's like not part of the movie. It's more just like little dialogue to give you the message
there.
of the movie.
Let's go!
And oh my God,
Yeah.
I
I'm tired of living without really living.
oh my God.
And her monologue on her little vlog that she does.
That's what I've been talking about.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I was locked
Yeah.
in on the Braves. She said, I'm taking back one effing foot.
Oh, that.
That
Okay,
one.
I'm talking about the thing at the vlog that's at the end, kind of.
No, screw that. Her finally being like, you know what?
One
Cystic
foot.
fibrosis. I'm going after the man that I'm in love with.
Sometimes we need the
And I'm gonna
touch from
carry
the one
around
we
a
love
freaking pool
almost as
cue.
much as we need air to
That's it
breathe.
right there.
There it is.
We need that touch from
There
the one we
it
love
is.
almost as much as we need air to breathe.
Dude, what a scene.
Finally got you speechless.
Yeah.
All right. Haley
That's a
Richardson
movie.
right there, man. I've watched so many movies just because of her. I love her.
Did she have to, like, lose weight for that movie, you think?
I don't think so.
She was scary skinny in that movie,
Yeah.
which is a trait of that. And
Oh
what
my
about
God.
when freaking
Moises
Pablo
Arias,
died or whatever his
Pope.
name? Same thing.
Moises
What about when he
Arias.
died? Golly.
Great film.
Truffles.
Great
He
film.
loved truffles.
Oh my God. Let's move on.
It's a good one.
I'm not making it through this pod.
Number one pick, I would be lying to myself if I didn't take it. So here we go. I Right Wiggle, 34 Switchblade for the state championship.
I love all y'all.
I love all y'all, baby. I love all y'all. Friday Night Lights.
Great pick.
I had to take it.
Great
I'm crying
pick.
right now. I love that movie.
a perfect
That is
movie
that is
of
a
high school football.
that is a sports movie in my opinion.
Absolutely. Number
If
two
if you want to see the blueprint for making a sports movie
and see what high school football is in the South.
in the state of Texas, you go and you watch that movie. Jeff D. Lowe from Barstool Sports has said that is the most accurate depiction he's ever seen of high school football in Texas, which everybody knows and jokes about is a religion, but if you're there, it really is just about, and just the build up to that final snap, all that they had been through,
my God.
losing Booby Miles. We're not even talking about him crying in the car with his uncle whenever
he can't play.
he can't play football no more, and everybody's loading up to go to state championship game. He's like, I just want to play football, and he can't do it. That is a phenomenal sports movie. It's my favorite sports movie, and anytime it's my favorite. It's my number one. I got to Remember the Titans number two. If I watch it, I will cry in that scene every
Yeah.
single time. It is a guarantee.
That's what I'm going for with this. Like
Yeah.
movies that make you cry, where if you put it on, you feel those tears building up in your eyes. And yeah, that's definitely
It's a
definitely
guarantee.
one. Also with
Who's Guillermo running for?
Billiam,
Okay.
maybe. Is TDA in the lineup? He is. Ooh.
TDA bats before Matt Olson. Yeah, Olson. I was thinking we took out Olson. I'm sorry. Keep going, Clay.
What's the guy's name that has the dad?
Oh, Billingsley.
Yeah.
That whole relationship between a guy that had done it and won it, and seeing their
pressure.
relationship grow, and Eddie, too high. Seeing their relationship grow, and they've kind of put their differences aside finally, and you see him give him. You see the dad give his son his state championship ring at the end of that game because he finally realized that he was a state champion.
Yeah,
And,
I mean,
he had done enough to be recognized as a champion.
The dad put so much pressure on the son to succeed and to be what he was,
Which is probably very accurate out there.
Yeah,
you know?
and you just see their relationship just go away, but then also it gets built back up throughout the movie, and everything about that movie is great. The freaking ending after the state championship, which they lose.
the freaking song they played with that guitar, the strum, like dong.
That. But then when they go back to the high school,
and what they talk about everything they're gonna miss.
yes,
He says, I'm gonna miss the lights.
and they're just sitting in the parking lot, and then he gets the ball and he
Freaking
throws it to the kids.
Yep.
Oh god.
Kind of like the passing of the torch. Now it's their
Yes.
time to go.
Yeah, and that's it. That's the movie.
And you see the kids running around with the Booby Miles jerseys and
And
stuff at the
their
beginning of the movie.
nameplates fall off the depth chart.
Yes.
One by one. Love it. Great pick.
Love that movie. Number 2 is a movie we've all seen together a few times.
Yeah.
And
almost picked it.
We
Almost picked it.
what were we seeing Dr. Drew whenever we saw the trailer for this movie? We were seeing Dr. Drew, and the trailer came on, and I
Uncle
remember
Drew.
same thing. I remember looking at y'all, and I'm being like,
Don't pick-
"Oh my God,
Yeah.
this movie's gonna be freaking
We were
amazing."
watching Uncle Drew.
I
We
know
were.
I will not forget.
I had
that
seen the
day.
trailer before that, and I wasn't excited.
I had not seen a
We
trailer.
watched it and we were like, oh,
This is gonna be freaking good, and that is A Star Is Born.
almost what I picked.
Holy mother of God!
Would 5 Feet Apart have made it back to me if I picked A Star Is Born?
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't rank mine, but I had no interest in picking 5 Feet Apart.
Wow. Those were
Yeah.
the two I was going between.
yeah, Stars.
Get down, baby!
Right on Acuna!
Let's go.
El Abusador!
Let's go.
El Abusador de baseball.
A Star Is Born, though.
A Star Is Born. Oh my God!
Just
Bradley Cooper gave a performance of a lifetime, in my opinion, in that movie.
Absolutely.
I'm still
And
kind of convinced they're in love.
I
but-
think they're good. I think they're
You
screwing
don't
right
have
now.
to convince me.
I think they're screwing.
Like,
It's
Lady
not even a question,
Gaga.
it's a fact.
Before
They
that
are in
movie, I did not think Lady Gaga was remotely attractive.
when
That movie-
when she just
transforms.
She's freaking
when
hot
she
in that movie.
goes normal.
When she
Yes.
transforms to Allie Main.
Like beautiful. What a freaking movie though. And we all know the part that gets us whenever Jackson kills himself, and you're like,
It
he
might not even be the most
Not
emotional.
even that part.
that's the part for me.
It's the flashback when she's singing at the end.
Well, that too, but I'm already crying at that point.
Yeah,
it's
but
the part where
when he gives
he's
the dog
talking
the
to the
steak.
yes, he's talking to that freaking manager, and the manager's Jackson
Ah.
just got
When are
done
you
with
gonna- when are you
alcohol.
gonna get-
He's drinking a freaking club
You're
soda
hurting
and
her.
lime, and he's over there sipping on that, and the manager goes, "So when are you gonna trade that in for the real thing?"
Yeah.
and,
And
it's only a matter.
he
of
had the
time.
white shirt on, just showing that he was at least putting an effort
He was
into
freaking
it.
pure.
When are you going to
you
replace
know?
that for the real
You
thing?
can see his face just kind of clear and
And
gone from that past.
I still to this day that right there, he killed himself because he loved her that much.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He
He
saw
didn't wanna hurt her.
himself
He hurt
get
people were
yes.
saying that he would hurt her,
yes.
so he believed it.
So he felt like he was in her way, and he did not want to do that to her anymore.
Yep.
And he knew the only way to let her
her to
live,
succeed
and for her to
and for
be
her to be
successful,
happy.
was for him to kill himself.
Yeah.
So he hung himself in the garage
one of my-
after he fed the dog.
I think one of my favorite scenes from that movie is when she's singing "Always Remember Us." That's what, and he's sitting at the piano, and it goes to her, and it goes to him, and he's just staring at her,
He's just sitting there
lost.
smiling.
and he's like, "She's made it."
Yeah.
And you can also, in the extended version or the encore edition, whenever they're doing Is That All Right at the wedding,
And they're
Yeah.
sitting at the
she
piano.
just sings and stares at his soul the whole time, and he
Yeah.
just sits there. Like
Yeah.
he's in love. But nothing will top I'll Never Love Again. When she's singing
At the
that,
end,
that
and it cuts-
5-minute version of that song, and then the last 50 seconds they cut away,
and it's
and
to
it's
the first time when she was
oh.
like, "Can I practice this song to
when
you?"
Jackson's playing the piano,
Uh-huh.
and
I'll never
it cuts to his voice.
love again.
It the way that it just cuts, you can just feel the emotion, and
You
my God,
felt
it
it
hurts.
all.
It hurts.
And I've said
Listen-
this. I've said this in the group message a lot. I wish I could go back and watch that movie for the first time again.
We watched it like 4 times in
We,
theaters.
we did. We definitely did. We stayed. What did we go see?
The Mule.
The
We went
Mule.
and saw The Mule, which was good. I watched it again on TV the other day. Watched The Mule, and then we stayed for a late showing
Like
of A
10
Star
p.m.
Is Born. And anybody that knows me knows I like to go to bed by 11.
It was
Monroe.
just
In
us
Monroe.
in that theater.
And I was driving.
Yep.
That's how bad I want to see that movie.
No, there were other
again.
people in that theater. 3
It-
or 4 people showed up.
Oh yeah, it
But I'm
was
not
just
saying
us.
anyway.
I cried
It was
every time
just
I
us
watched
in the
it.
top corner.
Yeah.
But yeah, 12 notes in the octave repeats.
Amen.
Such
Sam
a good
Elliott.
movie. Sam Elliott gave a great performance. Lady Gaga. Bradley Cooper learned how to play the guitar for this movie.
He learned how to sing.
and learned how to sing. He did a freaking amazing job at it.
Great pick.
Love that movie.
Wow.
Is it me?
I don't
No,
have
it's
anything
me.
else to
Oh.
say.
It's me.
I can leave now. That's the 2 I wanted.
All right, let's see. Let's see.
I did want A Star Is Born.
I think we all did, and I was shocked it made it to me. Yeah. Clay went a different route with his first pick than I expected. I picked the third pick because I knew you weren't gonna pick that number 1-1, and I knew Clay wasn't gonna pick it.
It was absolutely going to be my second pick if it got to
I
me.
wanted it as a wraparound.
Let's see.
I want to watch that movie now.
Well, so far we're 4 for 4 of movies
Get
that
down.
were on my list.
Run.
So I'm getting lower on my list than I expected. We're gonna go.
I'm alone in my house.
What about Clover? When's that getting released?
Dude,
Still waiting.
that's probably the best song from the movie. Isn't it?
It's
Ever.
probably the best song from the movie, and they didn't freaking do it.
Rain falls,
Falls
down,
down.
All right, we need to get going,
I
Clay. We
keep
got
winning.
the real pod in a minute.
and I'll catch every drop this time around.
Hate You Give.
Never
Whoa.
seen
All right.
The Hate You Give.
it. Never seen it, never heard of it.
Thug Life, baby.
Is that Viola Davis?
No.
The hate you give
Regina Hall.
infants.
Same thing.
The Hate You Give Little Infants F's everybody.
Wasn't on my list, but really good movie.
Probably one of the movies when I think of a movie that I'm watching it and I'm literally in tears. This is one of the top ones that comes up.
Powerful movie. I don't think I liked it as much as you, but
Oh yeah, well, and the thing, I kind of put myself into the shoes of this of the people in the movie, where I'm like, if this would have happened to one of my friends when I'm growing up in high school, it just makes you realize what, like, all this stuff is real, and
Yeah.
like the way that they portray it in the movie, you can see, I don't know, they just do a great job of putting what you always hear about on the news and putting it into a movie and seeing the effects that people go through with it.
yeah. And the ending of the movie, I think, is where it's just like chaos in the downtown.
Yeah.
And it's just they all gather up, and,
And then
this
little kid
girl,
pulls out a gun.
yeah, and good movie.
Oh, it's
Good movie.
fantastic.
It's a
It,
good movie.
what?
I was quoting the Ringer.
But no, The Hate You Give, it's incredible. Absolutely is. If you don't know the story, it's about cop shooting a kid wrongfully. He was going for a hairbrush, I believe,
Yeah.
or something.
I think it was a hair pick or whatever those are called.
Something like that. And cop thinks he's going for a gun. They shoot him. It goes to the aftermath of all that. And it just, the way that you can just see the emotions of Amanda Stenberg, which we talked about earlier, from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. She absolutely kills it. And if you've ever grown up in a situation or a, I guess, neighborhood kind of like in that movie, you can just put yourself into the shoes and you'll feel the emotions. Absolutely.
It's agreeable.
Love it.
So I get 2 picks now?
Yep.
Okay. I like that. Let's see. Give me Good Will Hunting.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Good Will
that's all
Hunting.
mine, yeah.
I don't even have that.
You
Yeah.
didn't.
I don't think I've ever cried in that.
Shoot.
The scene where he's honestly when he's talking about the Game 6 of the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
35,000 people jumping on their feet, and he's like, "Did you rush the field?" He was like, "No, I wasn't there.
Where were you?
I was where was he? He was
I had to go see a girl.
had to go see about a girl." But
Oh, that'll make me cry.
I know, but it's just the scene of him talking about his wife, and then it eventually leads up to Matt Damon talking about
Basically talking about getting molested.
yeah, well, and then he says something about Robin Williams' wife,
Yeah.
and Robin snaps on him,
Yeah.
and you could just feel
The freaking rookie,
Money
baby.
Mike, baby. Money Mike.
he's just like she died, and
Yeah.
then he's like, "So don't ever talk about
Like
my
the
wife."
The tone change.
Yeah,
you
it's
could
just
feel
instant.
like he hit a mark with him.
He finally hit a nerve,
Yeah, yeah.
you know.
That's a good pick. That's not one that I had on my list actually, but
It's
I
not a
absolutely
movie.
love the movie.
It's not a movie I sit there and just boohoo over, and it's a movie that
You
will
get
bring
like
a tear to
emotionally
my eye.
invested in
Oh,
it.
and I
Yeah.
lose feeling in my body, stuff like that.
Yeah, I could see
Do I
that.
cry every time I see it? No. And the part that gets me upset is it's always whenever Damon hugs on Robin Williams whenever he talks about his dad molesting him, basically.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's the part for me.
And the scene when
I'd
they're in the
argue it's not the most emotional Robin Williams movie.
it might not be, but
I don't Mrs. Doubtfire,
No.
yeah, but when the scene when they're in the
Jumanji,
the park sitting on the bench,
Jumanji.
what's he say during that? He you don't know real loss because it only occurs when you've loved something more than you've loved yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Really powerful.
And
So.
Freaking Ben Affleck's character in that movie's phenomenal too.
Yeah.
Saying, "I'm waiting on the day where I come here to pick you up for work and you don't come downstairs." Not saying like he's hoping he's dead or something.
And then the
He's hoping
movie
he's not
ends.
there and he's doing something bigger and better with his life.
The movie ends, and it's him going up to his door,
He
knocking
doesn't-
on it, and he doesn't answer.
Yeah, that gets me a little bit.
Gets
too.
the note. I had to go see about a girl, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great movie, great pick.
so I'll go with that one. And then next, I'll do. I guess give me Hardball.
Yeah, I was waiting on that one.
Keanu Reeves, obviously, but I've said before that's probably the most.
You were going to draft this in a tearjerker movie, weren't you?
It's probably the most emotional movie I've ever seen.
That was the movie I had in my mind where I'm like, if he drafts that, I'm going to get pissed off.
I forgot
it's
about that.
It's a sport and comedy
I
movie.
forgot about that movie till you started talking about The Hate You Give.
It's a
It's about
sports
the
and,
bad neighborhood. I was
it's
like,
a sports
Hardball.
and comedy movie
Yeah.
that has one scene.
And it works.
And it's supposed
Yeah,
to
that-
make you cry.
Yeah, that scene works.
Shout
but
out G Baby.
the entire movie, after that scene, you don't even think about crying again. They go and play for the freaking championship or whatever.
And
Shout
they
out
do
to
it for
Cucumbers.
G Baby.
Yeah.
They do it for
no,
G Baby.
No, they do it for G. They don't say for G Baby. They do it for G.
Whatever. But yeah, that movie gets me every time.
Absolutely.
And it's going to continue to get me.
I'm fine with the pick in this, but it's not a tearjerker movie. It's a movie that can make you cry. Absolutely.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I don't have anything else to say about the movie. It's not that good of a movie.
Doesn't have to be.
It's solid,
It's
though.
a tearjerker, though.
No.
Next pick.
It's not.
Next pick.
It's not.
Next
No,
pick.
that's two that weren't on my list, so thank you. Let's see.
All of my others, I don't know that y'all have seen.
Yeah, you see, I've got some that I really want to pick that aren't on y'all's list. Give me Remember the Titans. Before Chance takes it.
Yeah, you can have it.
My favorite movie of all time. Everything about this movie is what I love in life. Can I just say that?
Yeah.
Louis Lastic changes the entire city, changes the team, changes the mindsets of everybody in that school. You got Coach Boone, who just wants the best for his players. You got Julius,
I don't have anything to say
Yeah.
about the movie.
You
I
got
don't
Julius,
I don't really care.
Bertier.
That's his brother.
Yeah. Can't you see the resemblance?
Alice was blind that day.
Yeah. Now the other day though, I was watching the end scene of this movie and I was literally just crying at 2 a.m.
it's such a good movie, man.
Literally, I was thinking, I'm like, oh, remember the Titans? Turned on the last scene, cried, watched it again, cried again, watched it again, cried again.
So repeat?
I watched that scene like 4 or 5 times in a row. It's the funeral scene at the end when little Yost, Cheryl, I believe is her name.
Yeah.
And
Now,
like
Cheryl.
they're kind of giving the whole backstory of what
How
all
Gary
happened with this
Bertier
team.
died and
yeah,
how it
she's
changed
like,
the whole
yeah,
city.
Yeah, she's like, but Gary died.
Her narration, man.
Yeah,
gets
I'm
me.
getting chills right now. And she
because
says,
the movie starts
we
off
don't-
at a funeral,
Yeah,
and you're not expecting it to be his funeral. You're expecting it to be one of the coaches' funerals
Yeah.
or some crap. But man,
and she says we don't see black and white anymore. And you'll always remember the Titans. And then they do the na 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 na, and it's just emotional. You got Luke, you got Lastic up here, looking older now.
and they all got mustaches.
Julius got the mustache.
Willie got it.
a good movie.
They walk by the casket and they all point at Bertier, and then they cut
freaking Campbell is with Bertier's mama.
Yeah,
He's with his mom.
he said he was gonna take care of her. And then after all the Titans walk by and they give that final love affection point to Bertier, then they cut to the coaches and it's just Boone and Yost, and you see the guys that helped change this team and help change these
that
lives.
kid's life.
Oh,
You know. Hey man, he won gold in the Special Olympics, so shout out to him.
yeah. And you know who did that? Who coached them?
Herman Boone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Yost.
And Yost, yeah.
Daddy coached them.
Daddy.
Hey, you're gonna talk about this movie way too long.
Oh yeah, y'all go.
And we need to go ahead and go. Crap, dude. I got one to get later on y'all, and y'all gonna be like,
I've teared up talking about all 3 of my movies.
I came the closest to crying right there thinking about Remember the Titans
I'm about to watch the scene.
and friggin' Switchblade. Shout out Chase right here. Me and Clay and Chase and Hunter and all of them, we've all talked about this type of stuff before. And me and Chase actually have one in common. That's a league of their own. At the end of a league of their own, when they go back to the freaking Women's Hall of Fame and all the players are old and grown now, have kids and grandkids, and you see the little annoying piece of crap kid, and he's seeing Gina Davis is the real life woman, but I can't remember what's her. It's Dottie in the movie, and he goes up to Dottie and she's like Lewis or whatever his name was, and they're talking and she's like, well, where's Alice or whatever the mom's name was, and he's like, well, Mom died a couple years ago, and that gets me, man. It gets me. So
I need to watch that movie again. I ain't seen it in a long time.
that's a phenomenal movie. Tom Hanks dies in it. It's all good, and that ending scene, and they walk out onto the freaking field singing "We're All American" and all that stuff for the theme song to their league they had. Great movie.
Wasn't on my list, but solid movie.
Yeah, and very, very much worthy of tearjerker. Yeah. The microphone didn't pick up a word of that. There it is.
Is that our outro now?
I don't need
Might
that.
as well. So yeah, League of Their Own. I'd be lying to myself if I didn't pick it. So
It's a good pick. I need to watch that.
here is another one. I don't think either of y'all have seen this movie, and that's The Green Mile.
I've seen it.
Y'all seen The Green Mile?
No, I haven't.
I've seen it. You're just a Tom Hanks fan, aren't you?
That's it's back to back Tom Hanks, ain't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fan of freaking John Coffey in that movie when he's walking the Green Mile to get executed for a crime he did not commit, and it was pinned on him because he was a black man in the community or whatever. And you see the pain on the guards' faces because they don't want to do it. They know what this man is. He's actually he's got spiritual healing in him, really, and he's blessed and he's healed people for him, and he's walking that green mile. Time to get right with Jesus, but he is right with Jesus,
Yeah, he's sitting there in the chair and he's just pleading to Tom Hanks. And Tom Hanks,
I'm tired,
don't
boss.
let it get dark or whatever.
Yeah, he's scared of the dark, so he don't put the hood on him. He's like, I'm not. I'm scared of the dark, and they don't put the hood on there. And they let him die without it on.
he says, "Don't put that over my face.
Yeah,
Don't put me in the dark. I'm afraid of the dark."
Phenomenal movie, and it's got multiple tear-jerking parts throughout it. But that ending, the ending whenever they have to execute him, is phenomenal.
Yeah.
So yeah, you need to watch that.
Yeah, it's a long investment.
Oh, it's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
For sure.
Let's see. Oh, the Bucks just failed a 2-point conversion. They're about to lose by 2.
Well, I need Jackson Stevens to get one blast.
When did we get 2 outs? I don't even remember. I thought we had 1. Let's see what I'm about to go with here. So what'd you just get? League of Their Own and Green Mile.
Green Mile.
I didn't have either of those on my list. So I'm looking to see what Hunter might be going after. And I think there's one that you might would go for, so I think I'm gonna take it. How many picks do we have left? I've got 4.
I have 3 left.
So I'll have 3 after this.
I don't know.
Oh, you got to give him that.
Come
on, Jackson.
Give me Love Hard. Give me
Wasn't
Love
on my
Hard.
list.
What?
Love Hard.
What part do you cry at?
Multiple.
You better not say the freaking singing scene.
I'll cry out of happiness for that.
Oh my God.
I cried in that movie like 3 times. Y'all remember me sending pictures that first night I watched it? I've got messages to prove it. No, Love Hard, though, came out last year for Christmas. We talked about it a little bit on the Romcom draft.
Yeah.
Probably our most exclaimed movie we talked about on
yeah,
that
because
pod.
I want to watch it again because it just makes me feel good. The whole movie, though, I love Christmas. I love Christmas. I love romance. I love comedy.
Get foul.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That movie.
The Asian fella, hilarious.
Jimmy Yang.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, he's hilarious.
Yeah. And then Nina, she
The
kills it
Pinto
as a
de Santa
lead.
Maria.
Yeah. I just love their relationship. That movie's everything that I love about Christmas. Everything I love about rom-coms.
You love a good romance at Christmas time.
I absolutely do. And that's
Name another.
Love Actually, The Princess Switch, all 3 of them. Let It Snow. A Wonderful Life.
Come on, Jackson Stevens.
What else
I was
there?
joking. I knew you had a list. Miracle on 34th Street.
No, I haven't seen that yet. Great movie, though. Love it. Yeah, when I think about movies recently that have made me cry a lot, that's probably up there.
It's definitely a good movie. I really like it.
I mean, it happened that I watched it the next night with Hunter, or virtually with Hunter, and cried again.
And then you watched it with me.
Yeah. Didn't
And,
cry by then
Harley
because I
and
was already
Brittany.
numb to everything. But
Numb.
yeah, you can go.
It's me. So I got 2 picks.
Yeah.
What is this? Pick number 4?
This
You
is
want to know
4
something
right
funny,
here.
Clay?
4.
Yeah.
When you said Love Hard, I thought you meant Get Hard by Will Ferrell
Ferrell?
and Kevin Hart. I was really confused for a second. Come on, Jackson.
I'll take Coda.
Let's go, baby! Boom!
Let's go!
Boom!
Popular
Jackson
pick.
Stevens with a 6-out save.
Go!
6-out save.
From Venezuela.
Let's go.
From the Mexican leagues.
Let's freaking go. He's not Venezuelan.
But he played there a little bit.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Has no business being on a big league roster, but he just did it for us, baby.
He's done it all
Let's
year. What a win.
Freaking go, money.
Coda!
That's what it seemed like. Yeah, I'm taking Coda.
I want to watch this.
That won Best Picture, didn't it?
No.
Clay, have you seen that
I
movie?
think it did.
Did it really?
I think it won Best
No
Picture.
shot.
No, it didn't.
Did
What?
it really?
What did?
Not that.
I think it might have.
Clay, did you
I think it
watch
was
this?
No, I
Coda.
won't too bad.
This sounds like a movie that you'll boohoo.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to love it.
Yes, we need
Hunter
to go.
watched it without me.
We need to go. We got 30 minutes.
Coda. Yeah, Coda won Best Picture this year.
Wow.
No, I didn't.
Shout out to them.
Yeah, but
go.
About the deaf people, a deaf
Don't
family.
quit with snit.
Shut
That's what
up.
we got. Don't quit with snit.
Movie about just a deaf family that's struggling to just make it by, and they live kind of on the coast. And so the dad, he's working this fish and shrimp thing, and the daughter has to work with him instead of living like the normal just teenage girl life.
Kid.
They're all deaf. Yeah, but all the people were actually deaf, the whole cast.
I'm 4-0 on my dirty boot bets going
Okay.
into tonight.
Anyways, but
Yeah, I want to watch this very badly.
yeah, y'all haven't seen
I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love
Bald, but
Huh? Yeah.
bald.
it. Yeah, you watched it without me.
I was sitting in my room.
Okay.
Yeah, but the girl, she takes up a thing for singing. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
And she, her dad never really comes to like watch her because he's always busy and stuff. Well, I guess I'm not gonna spoil it.
Yeah. Don't.
Anyways, but yeah, it's just really, really emotional, and having the cast, and I think
actually be deaf.
I think the dad won supporting actor.
He did.
So
Are all the games over?
Yeah.
God, that's early.
Packers won.
anyways, yeah.
All right,
So that's my
what's
number
next?
4 pick.
What's it called? A CODA?
Coda. CODA.
And ain't that the word for a kid that's not deaf or
Child
blind?
of
Two deaf folks?
deaf adult, maybe.
Affiliation, I don't know.
Their parents are deaf, but they ain't deaf?
Yeah. Child of deaf adult, maybe.
Speaking of that, do y'all believe in Helen Keller?
No.
We do not need to get into that.
I don't believe in Helen Keller either.
We do not
Good.
need to get into that.
Do you believe in Helen Keller, Hunter?
She probably existed, but she wasn't what she is, what
This
they
is
say.
why I like y'all. Oh, we're on the same
Child
page.
of deaf adult. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So
Yeah, Helen Keller was fake, everybody. So moving on, Hunter.
she
Wrap
flew a
around.
plane. She flew a plane.
She also wrote a book.
She wrote a book and she learned how
Well,
to
she
sing the
can't
national
see,
anthem,
hear,
too.
or talk.
Let's go.
She
Next
sucks
pick,
air.
next
That's
pick,
all
next
she did.
Next pick. Next pick.
She sucks air.
What is this, number 5? How many are we doing? 7?
Yeah.
Shout out Chase. I'm gonna go with the Wizard.
Whoa.
Dude, I
I'm gonna
almost
go with
put
the
it
Wizard.
on my list. I
Wow.
almost put it on my list.
When
What part?
when they go by the dinosaur,
Yeah.
and basically that whole scene where he just goes up and he sits in the dinosaur. They take him up in that, but I watched that like in the middle of my living room, and I think I stood up the entire time I watched it.
I don't know
But-
how. My knees get weak at that part.
I think I was sitting down, and then the ending happened, and I had to stand up. And we have like
Power Glove.
we have a fireplace, and I just leaned on the fireplace,
Great movie.
tears in my eyes. But yeah, that's my number 5.
No one's gonna know what that movie is.
No, but
Now
they
it's-
know now. They know now, and
It's a phenomenal movie.
it'll
Put
give
'em here
Chase a
now.
reason to listen. Oh,
All right, what's up? Oh, wait, that was your second pick. Never mind.
was it?
Yeah. So y'all are just drafting crap that's not on my list. I think I'm gonna go with a movie that is on par with Coda. Coda has a lot of similarities to it, and whenever I watch it, I feel I'm gonna have a similar love to it. It's Clouds.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Clouds is good.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I've never heard of that movie.
Disney.
Madison Eisman, Sabrina Carpenter. There's another guy. The guy I forget.
they like all have diseases.
No, one person does.
He does.
Jesus. Finn Argus is his name. Neve Campbell's his mom.
I watched that in the middle of a mountain, I think, on vacation.
You did. Yeah, but it's about a guy that gets cancer and he starts like making music and everything and kind of living out his dream and the way that he battles and everything and continues to do what he loves while fighting this disease and the impact that I guess his strength has on everyone around him and everything, and you just see the impact that his music brings to people, and that final scene whenever
He finally gets the moment to just show it off.
yeah, and he's struggling so hard with his disease that he can like barely get words out.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just in that much pain, but he keeps going. The crowd's rooting for him and everything, and like you're at a point where you're like, this man might die right now on this stage.
Does the girl gets on stage with him, doesn't she?
Yeah, Sabrina Carpenter
She
sings
gets on,
with him.
sings with him. Yep.
Yeah. Madison Eisman has not blonde hair. Like the only movie she's ever had that in. Great movie
5 feet
though.
apart.
Madison Eisman,
Never mind. Hey Lulu,
you idiot.
my bad.
Yeah. Clouds, though, it's a true story as well. It's got a great soundtrack. The song Clouds, absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I can literally cry listening to that song. It's that good. Go watch that movie. It's on
Disney Plus.
Yeah. Go watch that. Came out
Been like two
September of COVID year. Yeah.
2 years ago.
2020.
Yeah.
Great movie. All right, Chance. 3 more.
Our deepest fear is that we're inadequate.
Yep.
Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure.
Good pick.
Phenomenal movie.
Good pick.
Coach Carter. Hunter's never seen it because he doesn't like sports movies, I guess you can say. Coach Carter was absolutely amazing, man. The relationship between Tito Cruz and freaking Samuel L. Jackson is just something that you don't see very often, but you do hear because it was a true story. So that makes it even better, you know. And that whole monologue he gives while they're in, I guess, like study hall, I guess you can call it. Were they taking ACT or something? They were doing something in the gym. They had desks in the gym, and they were doing something.
I think they were doing ACT prep, stuff like that, to kind of get everybody's scores up.
They're trying to do something for grades. And Samuel L. Jackson walks in, and he gives the most powerful monologue in the whole freaking movie. Mm-hmm. And he ends it with saying, "Thank you, Coach. You saved my life."
Oh, God.
You know, and if you watch the movie, you know Cruz was rough around the edges.
Lost
he had
his brother.
He lost his that was his cousin, wasn't it?
Brother, cousin, uncle.
He lost his cousin, Ricky.
One of his closest people to him.
Yeah, he lost basically his father figure in his life, and he needed another father figure, and he turned to Coach Samuel L. Jackson, and it was just sensational movie. Man, shout out Channing Tatum being in his first ever movie in that.
Yeah. Plays the Ryan Gosling role.
Coach Carter right there.
Great pick. Didn't have that on my list, actually, but
That's
great
shocking.
pick. Yeah.
I got 2 more picks, correct?
Yeah.
All right, you're not going to pick one of these, so I'm saving it for absolutely last. Right here, and y'all probably wouldn't pick this either. Would y'all want to take a guess?
And what you're about to take?
Yeah, that'd be funny if y'all could guess it.
How are we supposed to guess?
Is it not a crime movie?
Goodfellas?
Fast and Furious 7.
Okay.
Furious 7?
Oh, at the last scene.
I'll see you again.
Oh.
Come along.
That's a great pick.
I
forgot about that.
That is the chance pick of this draft.
That's a great pick.
Wasn't on my list.
Absolutely.
I honestly forgot about it.
If anybody knows anything about me, you know my favorite series of movies just about is Fast and Furious, okay? And, man, when they had to basically kill off Paul Walker's character, he's not really dead in the movies. Obviously.
He's coming back.
He's taking
He's
care
just
of Mia
not
and the
caring
family.
about.
He's taking care of Mia and the family.
Sure.
All right? He did not need to be a part of that anymore.
I forgot about this.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I watched all these movies last year for the first time, and I didn't watch all of them. I skipped The Fast and the Furious.
The Fast and the Furious. No, it's called Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious
2 through
sucks.
4.
So yeah, 4 is Fast and
Furious.
Furious.
I watched 1, which was really good.
That's the Fast and the
and
Furious.
Then Too Fast.
Too Fast, Too Furious is all right.
And then
Tokyo Drift makes no sense till into 6. And then Fast and Furious is absolutely horrible.
Skipped all 3 of those.
Fast 5's amazing though.
Fast
6 is good. Fast 7 is probably my favorite.
I watched 3 movies before I watched 7. Boohooed at 7.
Yeah. If
it
you
hits
don't
that
cry, you don't love life.
Yeah.
That scene when I went and saw that in freaking theaters, man, everybody knew they had to do something with Paul Walker's character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, it was rumored they're doing something with it.
You know what it's going to be like?
It's going to be like Chadwick Boseman's character in Black Panther.
Yep.
And, man.
It absolutely is.
It's going to be exactly like it.
Except I'm going to be there in tears.
Yeah. Anyways, I've been a big fan of these movies for a long time, and I remember looking forward to this. I remember the day he died, and I was upset. I was like, crap. Yeah, I'm a Paul Walker guy. Yeah. I remember going to the theater, though, man. Going to the theater thinking, oh, my God, how are they about to do this? And they never do it in the movie. Because, you're expecting him to just, die in, action or something. And it doesn't freaking happen. And you're like, what they going to do then? Are they going to just keep on using the twin brother? or the brother that looks exactly like him.
But then they
I was
drop
like,
like,
man, they're
one of
gonna,
the best
man, he's gonna
songs
be great.
in the past decade.
And then they go.
I saw it in theaters.
I cried.
I think I
in
still have the
theaters.
movie ticket.
You want to see a bunch of men cry? Go to Fast and Furious 7 the night it premiered. It was rough. So
Then when Fast 9 came out, go to space, and then set photos from this most recent one shows the newest DeLorean model.
Ooh, heck yeah.
So if they time travel,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Is that 2 picks?
Yes,
Okay.
we're going backwards now.
So I've got 2 left.
I've done really well with my draft.
Oh my God, we need more picks. We should go 10. There's quite a bit animated movies that I really want to get.
Thought we weren't doing animated.
I think I might just not put any animated movies on. Give me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Movie
One of-
sucked.
That
One of
movie sucked.
Y'all are okay.
Bad.
I'm not even gonna listen to them. It's in my top 20 movies all time. I watched this movie
Really?
during the COVID year. Yeah, it's number like 18 for me.
Okay.
Absolutely love this movie. I've seen it probably 5 times. Never gets old. Everything about the movie is great. The performances are great. It's another one that deals with a life-threatening disease, as you see a theme on my list.
And sports.
Yeah, I've got sports and I've got cancer and CF. That's pretty much my list so far. But me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, girl that gets cancer, and I don't know. They go through this whole storytelling where the guy kind of finds himself while being out of school, and I guess kind of helping her outside of school and everything, and bringing her work, and I guess kind of making her feel like she's got life to live.
Yeah.
And she keeps and he keeps her spirits up while she also helps him because he doesn't really love school, doesn't really love his home life. And it's got like some little weird touches in it where they do like stop motion films, and at the end after she passes away,
He goes into her room, doesn't he? He
Yeah.
goes and looks in her room, and
The
he
mom-
finds like the little.
the mom tells him to go to the room, and he goes and like he finds this book. I'm losing feeling in my body. He finds a book where he kind of sees like she had like this paper mache type of like talent,
Mhm.
and it does a whole thing about like when people leave, you don't stop learning about them, and me, Earl, and the Dying Girl, yeah. And
It's that
while
forgettable.
he lost this person that he loves and that he cares a lot about,
He knew very
still
little.
learning. Yeah, he's still learning about her from her family, from stories from other
Clay's
people.
getting choked up as we speak.
I'm telling you, this movie's sensational. Love the movie though, and go watch it if you can. All right, next.
Is it me?
Yeah.
So what I get to do? This is number 6
Yeah.
and 7.
Yeah.
I'll take What's Eating Gilbert Grape
Oh, okay.
with Johnny Depp.
With Leonardo DiCaprio.
No, it's Johnny Depp. But Leo, he does kill that role.
Yeah.
Kills it. But yeah, it kind of centers around Johnny Depp, and he has like this mom who she practically she's just there, like she doesn't have much purpose other than to be like a burden on him. And then you mix in, he has a disabled brother, and he's having to take care of him, figure out how to provide for both of them, and still want to live that life of a teenage boy. And it's just him trying to juggle all that stuff. And there's plenty of times where he's just like, I can't do this anymore. Like he runs away. He meets this girl, and at one point they just decide that we're just going to leave here. And he knows it's not going to work because he has this brother that he just has to care for. So ultimately he just has to go back and make it deal. But yeah, the ending of that movie, that one got me choked up, and I watched it.
This year,
I watched
right?
it this year, yeah, during the summer, I believe.
Jerry Judy playing.
Yes. Okay. I want to watch that pretty badly. Dad talks about that movie fairly often.
Yeah,
when
I won't
mentioning
talk about the
Leo.
ending then, but
Yeah, don't.
works. It hits home.
Good.
So this is my last pick.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do it. Give me No Way Home, Spider-Man. I mean, I have
You
to.
need to take
I
that.
have to do it. It's the movie that I've cried the most in. I'll say it. I watched.
Clay, find the clip. Find the clip, Clay.
Yeah, so I watched it my first time. I realized, and
You didn't cry that first time, I don't think.
I
I really don't think you did.
didn't not
I
like
think
that.
we were just excited. I cried the first time.
Yeah.
Haven't cried since.
Every time I watched it 6 times in theaters, I believe, and every single time I walked out with an explanation of what emotion hit me this time.
Yeah.
And on the third watch, I watched it. I don't really know what came over me, but the last hour and a half of the movie, a scene happens, and it's not even like,
You can spoil it now.
yeah, it's when
What part was it?
I know the moment that it is.
Was it when they all meet up on the building?
It's when Peter's on the roof and the 2 other Spider-Men jump down, and he said,
He talks about like his loss and everything.
yeah, and he mentions she was my Gwen, or she
Yeah.
was my MJ.
Yeah.
That moment, it just instant.
I love how you said Peter, and like we have 3 Peters.
Peter won.
I can still hear her voice today. Even after she was hurt, she said to me that we did the right thing.
Yeah, but that moment happened, and there's about an hour and a half in the movie left, and my head was in my lap the entirety of the last hour and a half.
Yeah.
And the blonde girl in front of me, she turned around, she was like, "Are you okay?" And I just
The blind?
blonde,
Okay.
and I was like, I don't even think I could respond to her, but
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out Eli Walker.
the loudest
He
I've
was-
probably ever cried in
Eli
my
just
life.
had his head on your shoulder.
Yeah,
the
Eli,
whole time.
he leaned on me and just hugged me.
Yeah, he had his head on your
Started
shoulder.
bawling with me. Yeah, but
That was a great time.
that movie, I watched it not too long ago, and I cried again. I'll just say it.
The cemetery scene was what got me in that one. Whenever he goes back that time and Happy's there also visiting the grave of Aunt May. And
How'd you know her?
Yeah,
who he
how'd you
is.
know her?
Through Spider-Man?
Yeah, and Tom, he can't say nothing.
Yeah. And then when he's walking to the diner.
Also, when Aunt May dies.
Yeah, that was the moment in this most previous watch, her
Yeah.
dying.
Yeah.
And, you'd think that that'd be like the moment that you cried less about, but I cried the most in it this time, which is weird. But, yeah, there's
That's a good pick.
multiple.
Good pick.
That's a
multiple
pick he
moments.
had to make.
Yeah, I had to do it. Since y'all picked Remember the Titans, and I don't know.
Hey,
Yeah.
Friday Night Lights is like worldwide known as a crier. Okay.
Yeah. So I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 10 movies that I know I have shed tears while watching.
Have y'all seen No Way Home?
Yeah.
Can we just keep talking about it?
Yeah.
We need to wrap
Even
up.
when she was
We got-
dying, she said that I was doing the right thing.
We got sports
Yeah.
podcast in a
Well,
minute. And we got to listen to Carrie sing in a minute too at 7:00 on the dot.
I'm not doing that. Screw that. We were going to do a musical draft, and Chance said no because I take High School Musicals for everything. Well, guess what? I'm taking High School Musical 3 right freaking here. If you know me deep down and personally, you know my love for the High School Musical
Easily
franchise.
the worst of the series.
Number 2,
I'll
actually,
agree.
I like number 2. the
Number
most.
3 is the worst. I'll absolutely agree. But
I've never seen number 3.
it absolutely
But-
makes me cry. And no other one does.
No, because they're
Well,
not.
I'll cry.
good.
I can cry in number 1 just from, I guess, nostalgia and just watching it and being
Simpler
happy.
times.
Yeah, I can watch Troy and Gabriella sing the start of something new and just get tears in my eyes because I'm so happy watching it.
I think your list is just comprising other lists we've already done. Oh, the regulars.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but whenever at the end of the movie when he gives the speech to, I mean it's a graduation speech from Troy, and let me see the exact words he says. Let me see, where's that? He's talking about East High, and he says it's a place where one person, if it's the right person, changes us all. And then they cut the camera to Gabriella. And that's true. She changed me. He changed me. All East High changed me, and I love them. Wait for that freaking season 4 to come out. Just wait. whenever they're all back together, I'm there. Wait for the reunion movie to come out that's going to secretly be made. I have faith. It's going to happen. I love High School Musical. High School Musical 3 absolutely makes me cry.
Has your brain registered that probably is going to happen, that there's going to be a fourth movie?
Yeah, I don't like to. You saw me in Orlando when I was reading news that was happening. I was just like...
He sat there, silent, in the middle of the bed.
I wasn't okay.
His hand, he was just like...
I'm telling you, I was sitting there reading news that season 4 of High School Musical, the series, is going to have the original cast and that they're going to be featured in a reunion movie. And I just sat there and I'm like, does that mean they're all going to get back together? And I'm like, are they making a movie?
It's exactly what he was saying.
I was like dead serious. Like
Clay forgot how to read.
Like tell me.
It was like 2 a.m.
Tell me what this means. Like,
you're telling me there's a chance.
If it happens, y'all just...
It'll be in theaters, probably. No, it'll be Disney
I'll
Plus.
be in theaters. I'll be in Disney Plus.
Go.
Last pick.
Yep.
Neither one of you've seen this movie, but
Field of Dreams.
now let's give an honorable mention. I had never seen this movie till a couple of months ago, so shout out to our podcast for this, and that is Miracle.
Oh, okay.
Miracle was a phenomenal movie, and it gave many tear-jerking moments for sure. Like whenever he's making them skate suicides, and you have basically the kid that ends up becoming the team captain named Mike Aruzaroni. He goes, it's all about who do you play for, and that's what the coach is trying to figure out, make these kids figure out, like, who are you playing this for? You're not playing it for each of yourselves. You're playing it for something bigger, you know? And they're running suicides. They get done. Well, they get done between the next one and the previous one. And Mike goes, what's funny? I want to know.
Reading one of my reviews for High School Musical 3 on Letterboxd.
And there's a comment that just says beautiful review.
So let me finish this. And
I'm almost certain people think I'm gay on here. I'm just...
So the kid goes, they're sitting there, they're all breathing, panting, crying, sweating. Some of them are bleeding. And he goes, Mike Aruzaroni, Winthrop,
Spoilers.
Massachusetts. It's been out for 40 years.
Yeah.
Winthrop, Massachusetts. Coach goes, who do you play for? He says, I play for the United States of America. And that right there.
I work for the American people.
That right there gets me. Every time I see it, like on Twitter and stuff, people tweet it out, it gets me just thinking about that and the bigger picture there. And even that, and then you think about the freaking pregame speech that he gave before they played Russia.
I do think about that.
It's even better.
Is that movie about hockey? Isn't it
Yes,
hockey?
It's about the greatest upset in sports. So, yeah.
I'm not even reading that. He got 2 paragraphs over here.
Follow me on
Miracle.
Letterboxd, Clay W318. So yeah, let's give off our list real quick. I don't even know mine.
I don't remember.
Hunter went Pursuit of Happiness, Goodwill Hunting, Hardball, Coda, The Wizard, Gilbert Grape, and then No Way Home.
That's a list.
Clay went 5 Feet Apart, The Hate You Give, Remember the Titans, Love Hard, Clouds, Earl and the Dying Girls, and High School Musical 3.
I dominated.
I
Not
went
really.
Friday Night Lights, A Star Is Born, A League of Their Own, The Green Mile, Coach Carter, Fast and Furious 7, and Miracle
No
on
one's
Ice.
gonna know like half of my movies.
Probably
No one's
not.
gonna know y'all.
And that, that's probably perfectly okay with
So
you.
do y'all have a couple?
Hey, Bill.
Let's list off a couple that we nearly missed.
The Wedding Singer.
Toy Story 3.
Toy
and
Story
4,
3 was a rough time in theaters.
and 4.
Not
both
as
of
much
them.
as 3.
I'll go Up,
Good one.
Edward Scissorhands,
What the crap?
E.T., and Irreplaceable You. Have you seen
I
that?
laughed.
Movies that make you cry, Bill.
Have you seen Irreplaceable You? You haven't seen that one. Irreplaceable You?
Irreplaceable You?
Yeah, you haven't seen that one.
Never
Another
heard of it.
disease movie.
No.
Another disease
Another
movie.
disease movie.
Yeah. Support group scenes.
Big on the podcast here.
I'm in.
Hey, you need to
I'm
watch
in.
that one. That one was good.
Interstellar.
Interstellar
That's
is a
great
great
pick.
one, Bill.
It's a great pick.
I almost put that.
It's a great pick.
I came
Have you seen
close.
Interstellar, Hunter?
Yeah.
I don't think you
Dude,
have.
Interstellar.
McConaughey?
It's a great movie.
That's 9 hours of your life gone.
Yeah.
Me and
cornfields.
Clay, Chase, and Dad, Chase and them were down here. We were just looking for something to do, so we look at the movie times, and it's Interstellar. You got freaking Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey, and you're like, it's got to be good. You know, we go there, and it's a 3.5 hour investment.
Yeah.
And you walk out there, and you're like, God, that was good.
Yeah.
Such a good movie.
Oh, no.
Oh, you fly. That's what she said. It flies through. You know, it goes fast. That's what she said.
Inside Out is one that I almost picked.
Probably my biggest miss of the list would probably be Richard Jewell.
Whoa. When do you cry? When he's talking to the mom?
Basically,
Okay.
whenever he's just,
I need to watch that
it's
again.
when he's just getting like talked down by all these people, and you know it, like
You know,
You know,
he's
he didn't do
innocent.
nothing.
you know what actually happened, and
Yeah.
everything. It's when he's just trying to explain to them, and no one's listening to him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when he's raiding the mom's house, and they're taking all her stuff.
Yeah, that's an interesting pick.
Field of Dreams is one
I
for
figured
me.
you were gonna have that.
That was my next pick. Whenever Kevin Costner goes out there and plays catch with his dad,
Yeah.
that's a big
in the
one.
Heights.
In the Heights, I was
Pretty
surprised
easy
you didn't
pick.
take. Wedding Singer, when he gets
Really?
on the airplane and sings "I Want to Grow Old with You."
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one for me. Room.
Okay.
Have y'all seen Room? I know Clay has.
yeah.
You seen
yeah,
Room?
we watched
Hunter?
it together.
It was all right.
Room's a good one. Whenever they finally get out that house and it just still out the room, and
He's
they still
he's
couldn't
like
adapt.
looking at the world and everything.
And he's like, "There's a whole big wide world out
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
There's so much more to the earth than just room." You know,
My Best Friend's Wedding. I think you watched
Never heard
that.
of it.
Yeah,
Julia Roberts
Pretty
movie.
Woman,
Yeah, Julia
Peanut Butter
Roberts, yeah.
Falcon.
Peanut Butter.
Falcon's great.
I couldn't remember enough about it
Short
to
Term
talk
12.
about it. Short Term 12. 's a good
Moneyball.
one.
The
Yeah.
ending of Moneyball.
Yeah.
The last 10 minutes of Moneyball. And then
A lot of sports movies on
Blindside
here.
is the first movie that
I was
remember
shocked
crying.
nobody picked Blindside.
That's the first movie I ever remember crying in. That and Toy Story 3.
Blindside's a good pick.
Also 42.
I was very shocked you didn't pick that.
Yeah, I couldn't go too much.
It'd literally be your sports list.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. My
So,
top 10 sports movies are.
So that's it for movies that made you cry.
Yeah, I feel
What
good
you
about
wanna
my
do
list.
next, Clay?
We want to. We're inspired by Lights Camera Pod from Barstool. They do like little movie reviews, or not movie reviews, movie suggestions on their
Yeah,
app.
weekly. Theirs are streaming, but I guess ours can just be like in general.
MovieRankings.net.
Yeah.
That's their website.
Plugged, sponsor us.
Yeah, shout out to them. But they do like little suggestions for you to watch during the week or something. And yeah, we want to do that. So we're gonna give 3 each. I think Chance wants to throw in a show.
I'm
So-
gonna do TV shows because I don't do the movies like they do.
yeah. Well, it's just stuff to watch over the next week or even
Yeah,
month
it's all
or
on
so.
streaming
Yeah.
and stuff like
Add it
that.
to your watch list,
You want me to go first as I'm gonna be the odd man out here?
or let Hunter go.
Can we go first?
Yeah,
Then we can
Okay.
sandwich it kind of.
because I want to know what Hunter's vibe is going right here.
Since we're getting into
go.
late September, early October, I'll throw it off with like a kind of a thriller horror, and that'll be Creep.
Okay.
It's this, I guess, a videographer. She takes a job filming this guy who supposedly has like a disease, and he's wanting to film this movie for his family and show it to them as like when he dies, and he's a creep, basically.
It's kind of like a time capsule.
Well, he goes into this like cabin and he invites this girl, and he just wants her to record everything he does. And there's a scene where he's like in the bathtub, and he says he has an unborn child, and he wants her to record him in the bathtub with like some toys, and it's like he's playing with this baby. So like when the
Did
baby's
you just watch this?
sometime this year.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a bunch of the stuff just progressively gets weirder.
2014 or 2004?
14.
Okay.
There's 2 of them.
Yeah.
Creep 1 and Creep 2.
Well, there's 3 movies named Creep.
No, this is Mark
Also one
Duplass.
from 95.
Yeah, but really unsettling movie. It just progressively gets
Mark
weirder.
Duplass. Yeah, he's good.
Pretty good, really good movie. But
Creep 2 has the Diet Coke guy.
yeah, not as good, but it's still pretty solid.
If I show him to you, you'll know who the Diet Coke guy is.
Show them to me. Keep going, Hunter. We got time.
Sani is his name.
Next recommendation.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go with Licorice Pizza. Recently added to Amazon Prime.
Ooh,
I didn't
even like it.
I didn't love it that much, but it's a really. I feel like it's a pretty subjective movie on how you're gonna like it. So, it's basically about these two people. The girl's like.
We don't have to explain these, Adam.
Yeah, we don't need to do that.
She's like 20 something. He's like 15.
Hey, it's consensual.
Yeah, sure. Anyways, it was
Didn't
decent.
work for Ime Udoka.
Next movie, Jungle Land, Charlie Hunnam.
What?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Never heard of this.
This brother, he's really good at fighting. So Charlie Hunnam
Chances then.
takes on the idea of
UFC fighting?
it's like
No holds barred boxing match.
Bill?
There y'all go. They're dramas.
they're in debt to some crime boss.
Paige
So
Van Zandt
he's
is-
like, no, he's like, I'm gonna take you on these fights and
Called Jungle Land?
Jungle Land. Charlie Hunnam kills it. They're forced to risk it
Is
all
a
for
movie or a series?
a movie.
I'm out.
What?
All right, go, Chance.
The first one
Is this
for me.
Christmas yet? Can I give a Christmas
No.
movie?
I haven't finished it yet, but the Jeffrey Dahmer stuff on Netflix
Weird.
is absolutely amazing. I'm like
Weird
3
stuff.
or 4 episodes in now. I see people talking about it on Facebook like, "Oh my God, it's so crazy! Oh my God, who don't know about Jeffrey Dahmer?" Like I get on these binges every now and then where I just look up serial killers and
Yeah.
like read all the crap they do. And just like it's
That's
crazy.
interesting.
Don't look at his search history.
It's crazy though. So I already knew he was like the cannibal and all that stuff. But
That
it's
first
really good.
episode, that
Yeah.
sets the stage for this is about to be some throwed off stuff.
And the next 2 episodes have not been as crazy.
No, but
Because they're building back up to all
Yeah.
of that finally. And he's about to eat his first person, I think, in the next
Better
episode.
eat his first person.
well, in the first episode, the guy's like, "Why are you listening to my heart?" And he's like, "Cause I'm gonna eat it."
Yeah, that's the guy
All right,
that gets
next,
away and gets the
next.
guy arrested. Yeah, so it's going to build up to it's going to be great. Number 2, The Patient on Hulu. Absolutely
Another
amazing.
serial killer.
Y'all don't do that.
This guy's just
Man,
like,
all that stuff.
I want to kill people and I don't know why.
The Patient on Hulu.
Really
Steve
good.
Carell. Oh my God, Steve Carell is
In a dramatic role.
phenomenal actor, and he don't get the credit he deserves, in my
No.
opinion.
Kills it.
My biggest complaint with it so far is it is super, super fast paced because of the
20-minute episodes.
and it pisses me off.
Yeah.
I want more each time. I text with Kyle about it every week, and I'm like, dude, I want more. And you can't get no more. You know, I think we're like on episode 5. We're only halfway done.
We've got like 2 hours of show over 6 episodes.
I know. I need more. I need a lot more. They do. Have you seen it, Bill? You need to watch it. You'll like it, I think. But it's kind of slow and fast at the same time. That's what she said.
Yeah. Next.
The final one, I really don't know. I'll go with this. It just wrapped up a couple weeks ago. That's
Yeah.
Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, so good.
It's gotten better and it's kind of grown on me. Hot take: Selena Gomez is not attractive anymore.
Amen.
She's my childhood. Do
She's
not
not
disrespect her.
attractive any longer.
She's no V Hudge.
She's
better.
She does not age like fine wine.
But that's a fantastic trio
That's a really
of
good
people.
show. It's a really good whodunit, and I'm big on whodunits. And you never, dude, the whole second season I thought it was a cakewalk who it was going to be, and it ends up being somebody completely out of
Had
left
no
field.
idea. And now Paul Rudd's there, so
So it's only going to get better.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's my 3. Watch Jeffrey Dahmer. Watch the interview. You need to watch both seasons of
the
Only
patient.
Murders.
The patient.
What'd I say?
The interview.
I've been saying it all night, dude. It's the same thing.
That's a movie.
Oh, it's the same thing because it's about a psychiatrist. And
James
he is-
Franco.
The interview's
The-
about Kim Jong Un.
Oh, I know,
Yeah.
but it's basically him interviewing this crazy guy. Bill, it's crazy, man. Clay, you go. I'll talk to you about it in a minute.
So I'm gonna go 3 different movies. My first one's gonna be Chef. It's on HBO Max. It probably one of the best movies that I've seen over the past couple of years. Where it's the story is very simple, but it's just easy to watch, hard not to love. I honestly think anyone could watch this movie and find enjoyment in it. It's a comedy. Jon Favreau, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, Dustin Hoffman. The guy, they have a food truck, pretty much. They make Cubano sandwiches. It's just simple stuff. Have you seen it, Bill? Yeah. So freaking good. Really good. So good. It's super simple, easy to watch, great movie. It's on HBO Max now. I watched it on,
I just keep delaying it.
where did I watch it on? Yeah, it was on Netflix. That's what I watched it on, yeah. Next, we're going to go... I want to give the number 2 of a movie, but let's go Paddington. I'm going to do Paddington/Paddington 2. Can I do that? Because you watch the first one, you're going to want to watch the second one. Paddington.
The childhood story.
Yes, the bear. Yes.
The bear.
It's the best rated movie of all time. So
Paddington 2 has some of the the highest rated on Rotten Tomatoes of ever.
I think it's.
I think it got passed by something. But Paddington 1 is on Netflix. Watch it first. You'll want to watch it and then go watch number 2, which is on HBO Max. They're great movies. Yeah, they're child movies or childish or whatever. They're kid movies. You don't want to watch it. Watch the crap. You'll love it. Hard Not to Love. Kind of gives off the same vibe of Chef, where it's just easy going, laid back, simple thing to watch. And then...
Oh, I got an honorable mention. I forgot a minute ago.
Let's see. I'm going to go... I think I might go something that's really high on my all-time list.
High School Musical.
Give me Shithouse.
Okay.
Speaking of that...
Very underrated.
Speaking of that, Cha-Cha Real Smooth, I cried watching that.
Yeah, great movie.
That's
Hunter,
one I forgot to mention.
Shithouse, it's going to be hard to find. You're probably going to have to rent it somewhere.
Yeah, you have to go on Amazon Prime, I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cooper Rafe,
Name of a movie. It's okay.
he writer, director, producer, lead. He's everything. Absolutely kills this movie. I watched it during 2020. I believe it was ended up as my number 1 movie on the year. It's
Phenomenal movie.
It's
Cha-Cha's better.
It's in my top 20 or so.
No, it's not.
Watch Shithouse first.
Yeah.
Then watch Cha-Cha.
I watched Cha-Cha, then Shit.
Well,
and that kind of...
Here's the thing. So Shithouse is made worse because it doesn't have that big studio backing.
Yeah, because it didn't. Yeah.
It's almost an indie film. It's great, easy to watch.
Oh, it is an indie film.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
And
I'd say Cha-Cha is too. I'd say
it's got Dakota Johnson.
Yeah, it's got a name in it, but
we got a couple names in it, and you have a couple
and
names.
it was
that are
bought by
producing it.
It was bought by Apple TV.
on Apple, yeah.
It was the most
That's all you got to
expensive.
know.
At the Sundance Festival, it was the highest bidded movie for anything that was there.
I remember.
Apple TV wanted
I remember
it,
when we figured out that was getting made. Your reaction just is what you were expecting with it.
The joy I have when I talk about Shithouse is incredible.
Yeah.
I bought the vinyl.
Yeah.
I have the vinyl. Yeah.
And what did you DM Cooper Rafe?
Thank you for making movies.
It's
pretty sure.
Simple as that.
Yeah, I think I just said that.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Thank you, Cooper Rafe. Please come on the pod. Yeah, love that movie. I'll put that up there. Probably my top 20 favorite movies all time. I'll say that.
Yeah, it's really good.
Last year, it would come on Showtime all the time. I watched it. Well, you have Showtime East and Showtime West. I watched it on East. It ended. Started on West. I watched it again without getting up.
And you did the same thing with Cha-Cha. You watched all the way through, then rewound it.
Oh, yeah. I watched Cha-Cha. I think I watched a Braves game, and then I watched it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Braves, how about them Bravos today,
Braves,
baby?
Big
We
game.
won an extra innings game today.
Yeah.
You got a lot of editing to do with that.
No, we're good. I'm keeping that crap in.
Okay.
Go Braves.
Go Braves.
Pure natural emotion.
This was fun.
I enjoyed it, guys. Thanks for
fun.
having me on.
I love movies.
I won't do another one probably till freaking Christmas movies because I'm big on that.
Yeah.
Marvel. We'll do Marvel.
Well, yeah.
November.
So our plan.
Y'all are going to hate my picks.
October, we've got
Captain America 1.
October, we're going to do a horror movie draft. Probably our next pod. We're going to do a horror movie draft. I know me, Hunter. I know Josh Williams is going to be in that. He's excited for that. Then November, we're going to do a Marvel MCU draft with Black Panther coming out. That's going to be great. We're going to get Aston on for that for sure. He's our superhero expert. That'll probably...
But he hates all the movies, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, he despises 99% of the movies.
But there'll be no one better to talk about it than him.
It's going to be I hate this one the least, and this is why.
Yeah.
Page
pretty much.
30 of this comic book says. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to go to
But
accuracy.
that'll probably be me, Hunter, Chance, Aston, Josh. will
I
probably
don't
hop in
know.
on that. You've seen all the MCU movies, though.
Yeah.
You can do it.
He's not that big anymore.
And I don't know if that'll be a draft or a Dirty Five.
It needs to be a Dirty 5.
Probably
Well,
Dirty
no.
5 or Dirty 10.
I'd do Dirty 5.
It-
Even though my number one wouldn't be picked
we
by any
need
of
to
y'all, so.
exclude Endgame if we do that.
What?
Nah, I say
Okay, then all right, screw it. I don't care.
because Aston ain't gonna have it number one.
Yeah, he hated it.
Hunter ain't gonna have it number one.
Yeah,
I will probably.
I definitely.
That'll be for November though, and then December we're doing a Christmas draft. Probably do a couple different things Christmas themed. I love Christmas. Can't wait for that.
Halloween's better.
I love Christmas. Screw Halloween.
Will I be allowed to pick my Jew movie?
Luckily Irish.
No, Jew. 8 Crazy Nights. Will I be allowed to pick
oh.
that?
What's the other Disney movie?
You got
Full
Full
Court
Court
Miracle.
Miracle. That's my
That's-
other Jew one.
That's what I was. That's
Can I
what
pick
thought you were
both my
talking
Jew
about.
movies?
Yeah, they're both. Yeah,
Sweet.
Christmas.
No, it's actually the complete opposite of Christmas.
We don't need a preview 3 months in advance.
Well, yeah, but that's what we've got.
I'm talking
planned.
about Chance naming off his list.
Yeah, that's our big things coming.
Those will
up
get
soon.
vetoed because they're about Hanukkah.
I'll allow it. All right. Anything else,
I enjoyed it. I had fun.
Hunter?
Watch
Anything else?
watch The Patient and watch
Yeah, I'll get a
Jeffrey
little
Dahmer.
graphic out for that. Hopefully,
Y'all gotta watch it, man. It's so good. Clay, you need to watch it.
I probably won't.
I know you won't.
I ain't watched a TV show in a long time.
And that's the real one I was gonna do. I pulled Only Murders Out of Thin Air at the last second. Cobra Kai season 5 is freaking amazing. Gotta watch Cobra Kai.
I'm gonna watch it. I said I was gonna watch it for
It
season 3.
it is my favorite season.
It's not good enough to where when they said the movie set in that universe isn't going to be related to the show.
They really are making another movie.
The Karate Kid movie, they said going back to the old movies, but it's not going to have anything to do with the Cobra Kai TV show.
So they're gonna have
Yes.
Machito.
I guess,
on there.
but it's not going to have anything.
Current times, or is it going to take it back to 1986?
Well,
That's what
those
you
guys
gotta
are
know.
no longer
Like-
like 14 and 71.
I'll believe it when I see it. How about that?
All right, let's wrap it up there.
Yeah, Cobra Kai.
Go Braves. Chop on. Who dat? I guess.
They lost.
Yeah.
Where's
they
the
did.
paper bag? Are you still recording?
Yeah.